Hello everyone and welcome to yet another mail month. It's September's mail coming at you in mid-October or slightly later, but we're about to be caught up on the vlog, so that means that all future mail hopefully should be on time. Without further ado, let's get started on some leathers. First up is a leather from Ari Zonia and LP Roxy 123. It says, "Hello again, Stephen and Mallory. I must thank you for reading the first letter I sent to you. I have gained several new subscribers since that day. And this letter is a recipe for the Stephen cookbook from my friend LP Roxy 123. It is called God Cake because when it was first made, a friend said, it was like she took a piece of God and made it into a cake." So that's like above made of angels, if you're made of God. Enjoy the cake and continue making great videos from Arizonia and LP Roxy 123. Well, thank you guys so much. And they have included both the recipe for the God Cake, which is apparently a type of bar cookie. And
it's a bar.
It's a bar. And then also their permission slip. And you do need to include a permission slip to be eligible to put stuff into the cookbook. The day that you can get the permission slip is on screen now.
Poke me in the face.
Next up is a letter from Steven, and it says, "I just would like to thank you for all the videos you make. No matter how bad my day is at school, your videos can always make me feel better. I've watched all of your LPs over the last year, and I loved your Skyrim LP and Minecraft. Have you ever played Fable?" From Steven. Also, I've sent some Pokemon cards. Steven, I have played the first Fable, and I actually own the second Fable. The first Fable's really good. It's just really short. Even so, I would love to play an HD re-release. I think you'd like it too. Next up, we have a letter coming all the way from France and says, "Hi Stephen and Mallory. I've waited a long time to write you this letter because I wanted to finish the journey first. I feel like I've somehow experienced a genuine insight into not only your life, but a whole different culture. The vlog helped me be a lot more open-minded about the country which gets stereotyped here in France, so thanks. One of my favorite things about the vlog is how friendly and open you are with fans and how it seems to inspire the same attitude in the people who comment. It seems to be a pretty relaxed and friendly atmosphere rather than the constant arguments and insults which plague so many YouTube channels. I also really enjoy the Stephen Plays channel, which I started watching after seeing you and Mal were doing Twilight Princess, which still to this day is one of my favorite LPs that I've done. I wanted to ask a few questions. Number one, what made you want to start playing music? Did someone or something in particular inspire you? My family has always been very musical. My grandfather was a guitar player, and when I was 2 years old, he gave me a guitar for my birthday. It was much bigger than I was, and he always was trying to push me into doing music, so I think that's probably where I got my start. Number two, how long have you been playing guitar? I think I started when I was 12. When did you start playing instruments?
10 or 11 is when I started clarinet, 5th grade.
So it's been a while. Although, to be fair, neither of us have really practiced regularly. I would like to continue to play more guitar, but I've been so busy. Number three, what are your favorite bands other than They Might Be Giants? My second favorite band is Mal's first favorite band, which is Modest Mouse. Other than that, it's varied. There's a lot. I like a lot of stuff. If something comes on shuffle, I mean, it's usually on there for a reason. I like it. I like everything. I also have a YouTube channel where my girlfriend and I do covers of video game music. There's even a medley of music from Mother 3, which was one of our favorite games. The channel is at youtube.com/hawk from Josh. Actually, I checked out your YouTube channel whenever I was going through reading the letters ahead of time, and I've apparently seen that Mother 3 medley, and I don't know if you guys sent it to me like on Twitter or something, but I actually have seen that in the past. And we also have a letter from Josh's girlfriend, which is also included. It says, "Bonjour." Did I say that right?
No.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
I tried. "Hello, Stephen and Mallory. I discovered your channels thanks to my boyfriend, and although I haven't watched as many, you always make me smile. Thank you. I know how much you love the Mother series. I've only played Mother 3, and it is probably my favorite video game ever, like Mal's. So I wanted to attach this drawing that I made. Can you name or recognize that scary character?" Can you recognize the scary character?
Yes.
Mal and I originally thought it looked like Lardna, but this is from Mother 3, and although Lardna is kind of more or less in Mother 3, it's actually the character Jill, who lives in Tasmania that gets one of the happy boxes. By the way, have you ever played the Ace Attorney series? Only the first one, but it was
I played a little of the
really
second
good.
one.
Yeah, you got a little further than I did. Good luck for the future from Anne Sophie. Also, they were very, very awesome people, Anne Sophie and Josh, and they sent us 2 little packages in addition to their letters. They sent us OK Computer by Radiohead, which I did not have, and also another album called Other Lives. I'm familiar with Radiohead and OK Computer, but I've never heard of Other Lives. That's why I don't know if that's the band name or the album name. But all the same, I love being introduced to new music, so Josh, thank you so much. Next up, we have a letter from Kristian, which is simply a recipe. No letter at all. It has the permission form, and then we have the ingredients and the included steps. So Kristian, thank you for the recipe. It is a recipe for, and this is the title, My Nana's Oatmeal Macaroons. If Nana's making something,
It has to be good.
you know it's going to be good. Next up is a letter from Cam, who says, I wanted to tell you about a dream I had. I was the doctor and you two were my companions. I don't remember much after that, except Digimon somehow made their way in there, which is a pretty interesting dream. Inside, you are going to find a picture of you guys drawn by my brother Chris. Alongside the picture will be my love and affection. Accept it with open arms. And here is the picture, which it's interesting because there's so much detail on the faces, but they're stick people, and the expressions on their faces more or less stare right into your soul. Right into your soul. Also, whenever he says my love and affection, he literally means Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which he's crossed out the titles of and put my love and affection. Next up, we have a letter from Jericho, who says, Dear StephenMail, Ni hao, it's Jericho again, and I'm trying to use some Chinese because I'm currently in Chinese class at school. Have you played Kid Icarus Uprising? Actually, no. Emil gave it to us, and we've been busy with other stuff, so we haven't had a chance to play it. I did play a little bit of it whenever he was here, but I haven't actually played it since. Anyways, I was also wondering if you wanted a 3DS game. Not saying which, but I may include one. And actually, Jericho did. So I'll get to that in just a second. He also has some art here of Latios, Pokemon, and also Kingdra. Kingdra is pretty much Super Seadra, because that's what it is. Also, there's some Pokemon cards here. We have Empoleon.
Looks like an emperor penguin.
That's correct. That's why it gets its name, Empoleon. And we also have a variety of other cards here, like Sandslash, Horsey, and there's actually a few Yu-Gi-Oh cards there as well. And then there's a little note here, and it says that Jericho decided to include Pokemon Rumble Blast. It doesn't have a case, he apologizes for that, but it is the Nintendo 3DS game Pokemon Rumble Blast. So Jericho, thank you very much. Next up is a very interesting letter, which is from our furry friends, and the letter says, it's kind of like a general, hi, welcome back from PAX, we destroyed the house while you were gone, but there was one line that was really funny to me that I decided to share with you guys, and it says, Steven, that bag you put me into for our shots, burn it. Just get rid of it, please. And that's Kepler saying that, because we put Kepler in the mesh bag where the top falls in, and he hates it because, like, Sagan will be in the hard shell one.
We can't get Kep in the hard shell one, though.
No, every time we try to get him here, he fights us to death. So we have to put him in the mesh one, and the ceiling, like, caves in on his back, and he's just like, I feel bad, but anyway. They also close the letter by saying, we'll see you when you come home from PAX, and don't forget to bring us some Jones Soda. Which is weird, because I've let the cats smell the Jones Soda, and they aren't very happy about that.
Kep does his squinty face.
He goes, I feel like that was pretty accurate.
That was.
Next up, we have a very long and thoughtful letter from Erin, and it says, I'm Erin, I'm 15 as of writing this letter. My video teacher recently told the class to think about our semester project. I initially wanted to do a series of weekly vlogs, but I decided against that because of my incredibly high-pitched voice that everyone thinks is super cute. It's a weird question to ask, but have either of you ever received comments on your voice? Well, I mean, Mal has, because of her Princess Peach voice. It's so creepy. That bothers me. But as far as like our normal voices, not really. I mean,
I've had a few comments like my normal voice is cute.
Well, your normal voice is cute. It's so cute. It's so cute. But as far as mine, no. I think I have a pretty generic, voice. I do feel like my voice is pretty, like, non-Southern for where I live.
Yes.
I feel like I have
If you watch your old videos, you sound Southern.
Yeah, I feel like over time I've lost that a bit. I don't know if it was, I think it was a combination of both conscious and subconsciously getting rid of it. But anyway, Stephen, how is your music coming along? I haven't answered that in a while, but I do still write. I haven't written as much as I wrote at the beginning of this year, and I don't think there will be an album out by the end of the year, but there's some pretty good stuff in the book that I've been writing with, so and Mal's seen some of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's hard to understand when you're just reading words.
Okay, well, yeah. Well, once there's some music behind it, you'll get it. As for how I discovered your channels, I was looking for episode 23 of a Pokemon LP on YouTube when I accidentally typed in 234 instead of just 23. Day 234's vlog, which is Will You Marry Me, popped up. And the concept of days rather than episodes was peculiar, so I just had to watch. 10 minutes later I was hooked, and I would eventually go on the journey without even realizing it. My favorite LPs of yours are Pokemon Leaf Green and Minecraft. Mario Kart and Skyrim are to be added to the list once they're finished though. I don't have a list of favorite vlog days because there are just so many to choose from. On the subject of Mario Kart, what is your favorite course? What is yours?
I like the music one on Mario Kart 7.
Oh, where it plays the notes?
Yeah, like you have the marimba and you drive on it and it goes.
That's a cool one. I really hope that one's put into 8 because that would be fun. Because when you're sliding around, it's like. It's a cool
and you
one.
go on the drums and they make the drum noise.
My favorite's probably Delfino Square from Mario Kart DS, but it's just because I've played that one so much. I mean, I got to the point where I could do it perfect, and I did pretty good in our Mario Kart race, sort of. I usually don't have much to do during lunch at school, so I just play Mario Kart 7 on my 3DS or Magic the Gathering with my friends. None of the decks I have right now are very good, partially because I'm just a poor high school student. So instead, I thought I would create my own custom cards. I'm sorry to say, Steven, but blue is my favorite Magic color, not red. No renders or printouts, I'm afraid, so these text versions will have to do. If you like them, I already have more ideas. So I went ahead and made these little images for you guys so you could see what they were, and I put them on the screen now. So this is what Erin had created. Well, I think I've rambled on for far too long now, so I'll end off the letter here. Don't worry, I promise my next letter won't be quite as long, but until then, don't build your relationships on cheeseburgers. Build them on love, and magic cards, and kitties. From Erin. Erin, really fantastic letter. Next up is a letter from Dallon. It says, Dear Stephen and Mal, hello, my name is Dallon. I am 11 and I just recently moved back to Idaho from Oklahoma. I found your channel from the proud owner of 2 copies of the worst game ever, which is a wonderful way of putting it. When I first saw the video, I passed it over thinking it was fake, but I finally decided to look at it and I really enjoyed it. And then I spent most of my time watching your Let's Plays. A few questions. Stephen, who is your favorite character from Earthbound? The hint guy. Just because he was so overlooked whenever I was growing up, because everyone that played Earthbound had a player's guide. Nowadays it's been second-handed, and you can play it on the Wii U, and now you could actually use the hint man, but back in the day no one ever used him. You just didn't need it. Number 2, Mal, who is your favorite character from any of the Sonic games?
I mean, all I ever really played growing up was like Sonic 2, so Sonic
or Tails? You like Sonic better than Tails?
Yeah.
Tails
was Carly's character.
Well, Tails is a little whiny, especially if you play, like, whenever we did Sonic Generations, he's a little whiny. I mean, it's better than some of the later characters, but Tails is whiny. Question 3, Stephen Mal, do you think the Wii U is worth it? I think it's getting there. I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, but I think it's... As of next year, as of like the middle of next year, there's going to be a solid enough library for me to say, yes, the Wii U is worth it. Once we get Mario Kart World this Christmas, once we get Super Smash Brothers, and once we get Mario Kart 8, I'd say that we'll be set. To celebrate the release of Earthbound on the Wii U Virtual Console, say Fuzzy Pickles, and Dallon includes a picture of Ness. Thanks for the letter, Dallon. Next up's a letter from Ian. It says, first off, thank you for introducing me to Earthbound and Jones Soda. Earthbound is currently my favorite game, and I'm enjoying every second of it. A few questions I have that I'd like to ask regarding your LPs. Should I be discouraged from playing Nintendo games, and does Nintendo even still do the copyright claim? We get asked this a lot. The easiest answer is... lately, no. I haven't noticed anything lately, but Nintendo has never come out and made a statement about it. They've never come out and said, we don't care if you do this. Like, for example, Rockstar, which is a company that recently came out and said, you know what, if you guys do Let's Plays, that's fine. That's fine. We're actually, go ahead. And a lot of other companies do that, but Nintendo's been silent on it. So lately, there's been no claims, but it's hard to tell. Now, to be fair, you can upload Nintendo content. They're not going to pull your content, but if you're trying to make money off of the content, that's probably not going to fly all the time. There may be occasions where you go to upload something and Nintendo takes credit instead of you. And then final question, have you or Mao ever played Mass Effect 1, 2, or 3? No, although I don't even know if you know this, but I actually own some of the Mass Effect games on Steam.
No,
I've always been interested in playing them. Do you know what the whole shtick is about them? It's a space RPG. It's developed by BioWare, but the interesting thing about it is that when you beat the first game, the events and like the decisions you made in the first game carry into the second game, and then you play through the second game, and those all decisions that you've made through 2 games carry into the third game. So the concept is neat, but I've never actually played it. Finally, many blessings to you, Mao, and the kitties, from Ian. Ian, thank you so much. Next up is a letter from Katelynn. It says, hello, I'm Katelynn, I'm 14 and I live in New York. I've been watching the vlogs and LPs for about a year now. I lost my mom when I was 3, so Mao, I've kind of looked up to you in a mother-like role model sense. It's about time I bid you adieu though, Katelynn. And P.S. I've included drawings of you and Mao as chibis, which is always super cute. And we've got a picture of myself wearing the Shadow of the Venusaur shirt, and then also Mao, we've got our respective kitties, of course. Although yours doesn't look quite as demented as he does in real life. Kepler lately has been really bad. He's been jumping all over the walls and he's occasionally a nightmare. And lately he's been a nightmare. He's a cute nightmare though.
He is a cute nightmare.
Occasionally have cute nightmares. Anyway, Katelynn, thank you for the letter. Next up is a letter from Brianne, who says, Dear Stephen and Mao, I have been a fan of yours for about a year now and decided to finally write. I, like many others, got introduced to your channel through the Chugga Vlogs, although I didn't subscribe originally. Then I rediscovered your vlogs with the PAX 2012 vlogs and said, I remember him, but why am I not subscribed? After that, I watched your vlogs constantly, discovered your LP channel, and became a huge fan of the kitties. I also became a huge fan of Mao. I absolutely adore her. Hey, that makes 2 of us. A few questions. If you didn't get the kitties and decided to get dogs instead, what type of dogs do you think you'd like to get?
Golden Retriever?
I mean, I've said it before that I'd like an Irish Wolfhound, and I like Goldens and Labs too, but realistically, if we were to get a dog here, we'd have to get something tiny.
We couldn't get a big dog.
We'd have to get a tiny dog. A hot dog. We would probably get, I don't like Chihuahuas. No offense to you Chihuahua lovers out there.
I like the fluffy little Chihuahuas. Like
no offense to the Chihuahuas lovers out there, but anytime I've ever seen them, they've always been very yappy and very, and I would need a very quiet dog.
What about a Pomeranian like Sasha?
We'd probably get a Corgi.
But Sasha.
Sasha. Anyway, for Mao, do you have a favorite companion from Doctor Who?
Amy's my favorite.
I like Amy. I've never even seen the show.
Do you know which one Amy is?
Yes, I just seen pictures. For Steven, do you think you'd ever LP other Pokemon games like the newer ones? It's a possibility. Nothing planned yet. I need a long break from Pokemon games. At least LPing them. We have X and Y that we're about to jump into, but as far as LPing them, I need a little break. Just because I set the bar too high.
Yes.
The bar is far too high now. I can't make another Pokemon LP unless we do drawings and do, fake bios and do all that stuff. I have to do it. So that means that it's going to take a long time before I want to jump in. Finally, Brianne also includes a recipe. And the recipe is for chocolate-covered peanut butter Rice Krispie bonbons. That's a mouthful. And she also includes a variety of Pokemon cards. Next up, we have a letter from a name that I'm probably going to mispronounce, and I apologize. I believe it's Sheisa. I'm basing that off of the fact that it's basically Sheila, but with an S instead of an L. So if I'm mispronouncing your name, I do apologize. But it says, hi, my name is Sheisa, and I am 10 years old. I love your vlogs and LPs, especially Minecraft. I had Minecraft, but I didn't like it. But after watching you play it, I played it all the time. Your cats are the cutest things ever. My best friend is a fan of yours too. She has 10 cats. It's a lot of cats. Yeah. Can you imagine 10 Keplers? No, no one can and no one should. You and Mao are the cutest couple ever. Mao's cooking always makes me drool. I was once watching a vlog at midnight and I saw Mao's cooking and I couldn't sleep without eating. Please pet Sagan and Kep for me and tell them I said hi. They are such cute kitties. I know this is a really long letter and I'm sorry about that, but you guys rock. And you guys are so amazing. So whenever I'm sad, I watch a second of your videos and people in China will be hearing me laugh. Love, Sheisa. Well, thank you. And on the back it says, sorry about my handwriting. I know it's terrible. And I wanted to point out that you were wrong. You have really, really, really nice handwriting. You said you were 10? Your handwriting is great. Don't stop writing like this. It's legible, it's perfect. Don't change a thing. And Sheisa also includes a picture of Kepler the cubby cat. And when you turn it over, it's the dancing duet cats. If we could teach them to dance, I'd make a new YouTube channel. Next up is a letter from David, and he's a fellow South Carolinian. Woo woo! Dear Stephen and Mal, this is my first time writing, and I would like to start off by saying that you guys are awesome. I watch your LPs all the time, and I can say without a doubt that you guys are my favorite LPers and my favorite YouTubers, period. I found your page earlier this year, and when I saw that you were playing Uncharted 2, I was instantly hooked. I'm currently watching The Last of Us and Mario Kart, and I can't wait for Uncharted 3 to come out. Questions, though. I have one question for each of you. Stephen, would you ever consider doing a first 20 on one of the Burnout games? I'm not opposed. I've played them a little bit before. Do you know about them?
I don't know.
You don't know. They're a racing game, but they put a lot of emphasis on the destruction of cars.
Then I'm thinking of Flat Out.
Oh, that's different.
Okay. Maybe I've played Burnout. My dad likes racing games.
I've played some of the Burnout games, and one of the most recent ones I played, I remember that there's a mode where like you wreck the car and it counts up how much damage, like numerically, a financial value that you did, and then whoever does the most damage wins, and that was fun. So I would be willing to try that. And Mal, do you have any advice for artists like me? Thanks and keep up the great work, from David. And David includes some of his own artwork, which is a picture of me from the channel. And do you have any advice for David?
Practice all the time.
Practice.
I notice personally when I'm working, like at school, I'm always really bad in the morning, like if I'm helping a student try and draw something, and by like the end of the day, I get a lot better. So it's like my practice and warm up throughout the day.
I was making the face.
I see that.
Anyway, David, thank you. Next up, it is package time, and the first package we have is from Timothy. And I'm gonna pull this stuff out here and see what we got. There's all sorts of games and such, and we have a letter written on what appears to... Is this wrapping paper?
Yeah.
Wrapping paper. Hey, one time our buddy Chaz sent us a letter in college, and it was written on the back of a hotel receipt. So be creative. Dear Stephen and Mal, this is Timothy again. My YouTube account is TimForsyth89. I also have a gaming channel named The Video Gamer 1989, and I was wondering if you like the photos in the flash drive and song. And the letter, in this letter, we'll have 3 games, 2 GameCube and 1 Xbox 360, and I hope you love them. Sincerely, Timothy, also known as TimForsyth89, and he also includes the Stephen Vlog and Stephen Plays logos down here at the bottom. And for the record, yes, we did. We took a look at the flash drive. You had a lot of photos on there of, I believe it was your grandmother. A lot of, I guess, just sweet photos. It seemed that you really, really loved your grandmother. Also, the games that we have here are, we got the Nintendo GameCube game, we got Madden 06, we got Madden 04, and we have Kane and Lynch Dog Days 2. I remember when the first Kane and Lynch came out, it was heralded as a pretty big cooperative experience. It was a big time. What's the game that we played, the Bro game?
Army of Bro.
Army of Bro. It's a lot like Army of Bro in the sense of like the need for cooperativeness. Same kind of thing. Anyway, Tim, thank you very much. Next up we have a package from James. And whoa, I opened it up and some stuff is falling out. There's a little letter here. Looks like we got some Ratchet and Clank titles. Let's see what this letter says. Dear Stephen and Mal, hi, my name is James. I saw that in your July mail video that you have not played the Ratchet and Clank series, so I've decided to send you 2 games from that series. In other news, I have attempted to start a YouTube channel under the name GrassDuck25, but I do not have a good enough computer to record with, so what would you recommend? As far as like what I would recommend for a computer, that's a hard question. Anything that's fairly recent in the last like 2 years should be powerful enough to do most anything. Like if you're getting like a store-bought computer. If you're asking what I would recommend to record with, it depends what you're doing. If you're doing computer games, you want to look into getting something like Fraps. If you're doing console gaming, then I would look into the Elgato, just because it's a very simple and easy to use capturing device. And now for a question. If you and Mal could go anywhere, and I mean anywhere at all, real or not, where would you go and why? Where would you go what fictional place would you go to? I think that's a really good question.
I don't know.
It's a hard question.
Yeah, it is.
I would live with Pokemon. Because how cool would that be? I mean, when you get down to it, Pokemon's a lot like glorified cockfighting. But, I mean, the concept of being able to ride dragons around is exciting. So, I would probably do something like that. James ends off his letter by saying, P.S. I am a huge fan and I love your videos. James, thank you so much for the games. Both Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal and Ratchet Deadlocked. Appreciate it. Next up is a package from Ahmed, and Ahmed has got a little letter in here, and let's see, where does it begin? Hi Stephen and Mal, my name is Ahmed, I'm 16 years old, and I am from the Middle East. I'm turning 17 soon. You are like one of my favorite Let's Players. Other favorites include Emil, Josh Jepson, Super Genius, and Proton John. I've watched many of your Let's Plays, including Legend of Zelda, Uncharted, and Kirby Superstar. I have discovered you through Chugga's Pikmin 2 battle video that you filmed with Emil. I have a Wii U, and the games I enjoy the most are Cloudberry Kingdom, Kirby Dream Land, and Tank Tank Tank. Actually, Cloudberry Kingdom we did a
First 20?
First 20 on, and it's a fun game. It's a little wacky, but it's a lot of fun. Ahmed says he also started watching our vlog on day 1308, which is the one called Mal Gets a 3DS, which is where Mal got a 3DS. And after that, I started watching every single video. Also, what is your favorite Pokemon? I could speak on behalf of Mal. Mal's a Skitty.
Yes.
And Mal can probably speak on behalf of me.
Venusaur.
Venusaur. Big fan of Venusaur, who is also a big Pokemon. I hope you enjoy the 3DS games I sent you. P.S. This is the first letter I have sent to someone. Wow, very awesome. Although, to be fair, we get a lot of, first time letters from people because no one has to send mail anymore.
I know.
And there's a napkin in here, and inside the napkin is oh my god!
Wow.
Holy crap!
Here.
Wow. Whoa. Wow. Whoa. Holy crap.
Here.
Wow. Ahmed. Wow, dude. That's a lot of games. I know, and they're tiny and they're not on screen yet. So now I'm gonna hand them to you and you can hold them up. We've got Super Mario 3D Land. And then we have all kinds of stuff. Paper Mario Sticker Star. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. We've got Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, which is very hard to say. Dream Drop Distance. We've got Ocarina of Time 3D. We've got the new Super Mario Bros. 2. You're having a hard time holding them all. We've got Sonic Generations, which I think was a launch title. Then we've got Heroes of Ruin, Square Enix game. And we also have Fire Emblem Awakening. Wow. I can't even hold them all. Ahmed, like, that's crazy,
hands.
man. In total, 9 3DS games. It's kind of hard to show them all, but that's... And I'm dropping them because they don't fit in my hand so well. But Ahmed, thank you so much. That's incredible. There's so many quality games on 3DS. 3DS is probably one of the strongest systems out right now. And there's a lot of games that I haven't been able to play yet. Some games I've been really excited to play, wanted to play. Games like Ocarina of Time 3D, I wanted to replay through that. Super Mario Bros. 2, Fire Emblem Awakening, and actually, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I was a huge fan of the first Luigi's Mansion. I got it at launch, and it's just a really underrated game. There's a lot of people that haven't played it, and I was really curious to find out what the second game would be like, and now I get to play it. Ahmed, super generous. Thank you so much. You did not have to send all these games, and Mal and I have quite a bit of stuff to play.
Yes.
But Ahmed, you sent it when Pokemon came out. There's so many games. Oh, there's going to be too many games to play. But again, Ahmed, Thank you so much. Next up, we have a package from Nick in Seattle, which we just were recently.
A month and a half ago.
Well, it feels recently. Oh man, it is. Oh wow, it's both. Okay, this is cool. Hold on. Let me get to the letter and then I'll show you guys what Nick sent. Dear Stephen, I met you at the 2013 PAX meetup and was the one who practically jumped up to give you the most awkward hug you'd ever received. And by the way, I think I succeeded, for better or for worse. This package contains a copy of Fallout 1 and 2, which should totally work on your PC. I understand you might not get to these games anytime soon due to your massive backlog of games, but I hope you enjoy them when you get to them. Also, when I gave you the hug, that was not me fanboying. I just wanted to win the awkward hug contest, though we probably should have gotten to know each other a bit more before that. Hopefully someday we can just have a friendly chat as two men who play video games. I had a lot of fun over at the meetup. Sorry I gotta go, bye. From Nick, aka Hoyman64. And I'm not going to read all of this out loud, but Nick ends his letter with by far the most amount of PS's that we have ever gotten by a large margin. PS, PPS, PPPS, 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 and then I think that one's got like 9. And actually on the very last one, he just wrote PPP and then just put in ellipses and was like, I'm not writing all that again. So anyway, Nick, thank you very much. And Nick does send a copy of both Fallout 1 and 2, games that I've known about for a long time. They've been popular for a long time, which is why Fallout 3 came to be, but I've never actually had a chance to play. So Nick, thank you for sending the original Fallout games my way. Next up, we have a big old package from Cheyenne, which is a longtime viewer who sent us quite a bit of stuff in the past. And we've got a letter, and there's all sorts of things falling out of this. There's clothes and a little package and some magic packs. So let's take a look at this letter. Hiya, haven't talked to you in a while and I kinda miss it. I hope you guys had a ton of fun at PAX, though I guess that goes without saying. I'm trying to make it to the next one. PAX seems like a lot of fun and it's a convention I've always wanted to go to. How's school going so far? I know it just started, but I hope all is good. And it has been. Yeah,
it has been. It's actually really good.
I mean, I was a little worried for Mal, to be honest, because this is full-time and she was part-time, so she has more work to do. She's adjusted fine and she's enjoying it. And I'm getting up earlier, so in a way I'm kind of, it's a love-hate relationship for me. I don't like getting up as early. I hate that it's over a month late, but here's my little anniversary bundle gift for you two. I wish I could have sent it sooner, but last month was a bit hectic for me. Hope you guys like the goodies. Happy anniversary and hope to hear from you soon. From Cheyenne. And Cheyenne has sent us, starts off with some drawings. We have Kangaroo Mal, which is Mal with her little pouch.
Not a little sweater with a whole pouch in it. I told my kids that at school whenever I wear it. They're like, you're wearing a kangaroo shirt.
And then here's a picture of Mal on the couch with Kepi. And it's a picture that I had tweeted some time ago. So that's Cheyenne's rendition. And then there's a shirt here. Oh man.
That's neat.
That is neat. It is a Magic the Gathering shirt. Check that out. It's kind of hard to see because it's dark, but you can make it out. That is awesome. That is so awesome. It's just
really soft.
It is very soft. I'm liking it, and also it's the Planeswalker logo up on the top. It's kind of hard to see because it's black on dark, but that's really sweet, awesome. And then there's a pack of Avacyn Restored and Dark Ascension, and also. We have got Mal. This is definitely for you.
Are you sure?
It's I think it's a necklace.
Huh? It's a glass necklace.
Yeah, with the little...
I have to untangle the chain, but...
What do they call that? With the glass?
Blown? It's not
blown.
Glass.
Is that? I don't know. What's cool is what it is.
It is cool.
Also, we have been opening the magic packs on the mail videos anytime people send them, so I'm actually going to go ahead and open them now. We have a lot of extra magic packs over there to play with as well, so we're going to have like a vlog of playing with magic soon enough. I opened the Avacyn Restored pack, and my uncommons are... Where do they start? Second Guess, Corpse Traders, Building's Blessing, and then the rare in this pack is Demonic Rising. That's the sound of the demons rising, Mal. Don't you know anything? And there's also a holo card in here, which is Grave Exchange.
Here, you read these on. Those are the ones I opened.
Okay.
It's a sanctuary cat.
Aw. What was that? There was like a black cat in one of the sets. I don't remember what it was. It was like Spooky Kitty. That was the name of the card. I play Spooky Kitty. It wasn't called Spooky Kitty. Absence Collar, Village Survivors, Burning Oil. Mal, you have a mythic.
I know.
Of course, because you're Mallory, and anytime you touch a pack, all the cards turn to mythics. Drog Skull Reaver, which is a spirit creature, costs 7, and it's a 3/5. And then Mal also got a flip card in here, which is a Scorned Villager. But once again, Cheyenne, a ton of stuff. What a wonderful little anniversary package bundle. Thank you so much. And last but certainly not least, we have a pretty large box that doesn't really have a name on the outside. And I'm also having trouble opening it. Okay, there we go. Now that Mal's cut all the tape off. When I first opened this, there is... it's like a Thomas the Tank Engine car that's been painted on, and he looks like he drove through the paint. What's that color? It was the color run. That's what they call it.
Oh.
Looks like he drove through the color run. And there's a thing that says, "Sorry, we're late. We're lazy," from Waluigi. And then there is, wow, we've got a Magnemite, which is taped to the top of this letter. And there is there's a copy of Mario and Luigi Partners in Time taped to the back of this taped to the back of this letter. There's a bunch of other stuff. Let's get to the letter first. Dear StephenMail, Sagan Kepler, and the guy who lives in your fridge, which I wasn't even aware we had. My name is Riley. I'm a boy. Riley is a girl's name too. I live in Princeton, West Virginia, and I'm 12 years old. I would say I'm a gamer, but I kind of suck. I have 2 kitties, Huggins, the fat one, and Ben, the lovable stray. So Mal likes Doctor Who. It's one of my favorite shows. If you have time, I recommend the classic series. But on the meantime, here's my favorite Doctor Who story, The Talons of Weng Chang. All you need to know is the companion Leela was a savage, but the Doctor is trying to make her not a savage. Stephen, you've had nothing this letter, so Pokemon Battle. And there's a picture of Bulbasaur, or probably, yeah, it's Venusaur and Skitty fighting. And I'm doing Vine Whip, and Skitty's just chilling. Skitty's like, I don't got time for this. Ain't nobody got time for Vine Whip. Jif people, Jif. Rare candies, don't do them. Flip for my bros letter. And then there is a letter from his brother. It says, "Hi, I'm Alex, the obviously better looking of my brother, Riley and I. I'm an amateur fan, only seeing a few LPs and vlogs. I don't know if you'll yell at me or not. Please don't. Anywho, I wanted to ask, what's the worst movie you've ever seen? Lady in the Water. It is worse than Birdemic. It is the worst. Say Birdemic? It is the worst movie I have ever seen. It's really, really awful. And your favorite Pixar movie? So far, WALL-E.
Yeah.
But we still haven't seen Toy Story. Don't yell at me.
I have.
Well, you haven't seen like the second one.
Yeah.
So we got. She's got to see 2 and 3, and I've got to see 1, 2, and 3. So then that might change. And then also Dis. Hope you love it. So this is actually from his brother. So thank you. Thank both of you. There's also some other stuff in here. We got a picture of a Dragon Slayer Jigglypuff. That's an interesting concept. Can you imagine if someone mods Skyrim so your Jigglypuff? That would be great. Someone modded Morrowind back in the day so you could play as Paula. It was really, really cool. It's really well done too. And then it says, Alex again, I can't draw that well, but I drew this. And there's just all sorts of things. It's it's me and you and the cats and Rocco and what looks like Medusa. Looks like Medusa's chilling over there as well. And then at the very bottom is Doctor Who, The Talons of Wen Chang Special Edition.
Cool.
So Mal will actually be able to check that out.
You can watch it with me?
I will try. I've had a hard time getting into Doctor Who. I've watched a few here and there from the corner of your screen.
You
whenever
haven't
you're watching
ever seen a full episode.
I did actually. I did in
You weren't paying attention.
I was paying attention. I watched one in Ireland.
You weren't paying attention.
I did. I didn't pay full attention, but I tried. Anyway, thank you very much, Riley. That was very, very sweet of you. And now you have the Talons of Wen Chang. I think I'm saying that. Chang. It seems.
I don't know.
Wen Chang. The Talons of Wen Chang.
How many more times are you going to say it?
Once. The Talons of Wen Chang. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. To everyone that sent in something, thank you guys so much. I'm always impressed by the amazing generosity by all of you guys in every single mail video. I mean, the heartfelt letters, the amazing art, and then the very much over-the-top gifts. It's just very sweet of all of you, and we really do appreciate it. If you'd like to send in something, you can go over to the channel page and click the About tab. That shows you our address. Send something our way, and we will open it. And if you want to figure out when it's going to be opened, the month that you send it, it's going to be opened the next month.
So if you were to send it now in October, it would come out in November.
Mid-November, yep. And the mail videos always debut with the 15th vlog day.
15th of the month vlog day.
Yes, if that made any sense. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for sending stuff in, and we'll see you guys next month for even more mail.